Hey folks, Troy Dooley here. I am the news director at the Home Business Radio Network. You've tuned in, and I am sitting here at the news desk. This is covering some of the franchise news that we get in. People ask me all the time, Troy, how do you keep up with everything? We get magazines after magazines through the doors. And a lot of times people say, Troy, what is the big deal? Why is a home-based business, do you guys really focus on the franchising side? Do you realize that almost every franchise out there started as a home? I picked up this is Franchising Noon, June, July of this year, and here are the top 10 sandwich chains, and I just want to read these because every one of these started as just an entrepreneur with an idea. You've got Subway doing $11 billion. They have 24,000 different store units. Now here's the deal, most of those individual franchises, home business, that's how they get started. Their actual offices a lot of times still in their house right there. You've got Panera Bread doing $3 billion, Arby's doing $3 billion, Quiznos doing $921 million, Jimmy John's $895 million, Jason's Deli $500 million, Einstein Brothers, that's a bagel shop. It took a major hit in the 90s, has come back strong doing, what did it do here? $435 million last year. You've got my wife's favorite, Firehouse Subs, $284 million. But what really got me was this story. It says, Humble Midwesterners. It's about the Culver's restaurant group out of the Midwest. Man, I don't know. Can you all see that little picture right there? Just a powerful story about how Craig Carver got started. He says, I don't want to be one of the big guys. They just interviewed him on the Undercover Boss. And as you read through this, he says, what we want to do is just give a good place for people to work. We want people to understand what they can do. And he goes, we want to give a home for entrepreneurs just like us who happen to love our food and want to be in business in the restaurant trade. And out of their 450 restaurants, only 11 of them are owned by the company now. The rest of them are independent entrepreneurs out there just wanting to build something. I get excited, folks, when I see, a lot of times you hear me talk about network marketing and direct selling because that's huge, and we do newscasts on that, and we get a lot of information. I talk about it on my radio shows. But you know what? Network marketing is not for everybody. There are some franchises that are good for people, and some of them you can do from your home. Some of them you may start in your home, and then you grow from there. I'm going to pull up this other article in here that I really love. It says, recruiting revs up as troops return in historic numbers. The franchising industry and the banking industry have come together, and they are helping these Generation Y, these millennials that have been fighting for our freedom, and they're setting up literal business loans for them to get into the business. Here's a 29-year-old young lady, and she just opened up her tropical smoothie, and she's now in business for herself after being out there on the battlefield working for us. The banks are doing anywhere from a 24-hour to a 48-hour business turnaround. That's unheard of. But you know why? It's because the franchisors are starting to underwrite some of this for these troops. And I am so proud of the men and women that are coming home. But there's a downside to this. Let me share a little bit over here on this other part of this article because we all need to know about this as it's coming out. It says, jobless rates for veterans. Young male veterans, 18 to 24 years old, is 29.1%. Young male non-veterans, 18 to 24, 17.6%. The unemployment rate for the men coming home, 18 to 24, those millennials, it's pretty high. So you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if you want to grow your business, you want to hire some of these guys, you want to put them in your network marketing business, it'd be the time to go, time to crank it. Hey, here's one that I think everybody will like as we draw this down. It's called Game Truck. This is a guy that got an idea. All his kids were playing those video games and all that. So in 2006, he got a big old 18-wheeler trailer, decked it out as a big gaming center, and now he has 80 different rigs on the road in 150 different territories with 60 franchisees in 23 states in one country. My hat's off to these guys. They are kicking it up. This is what it's about. Home business. If you've got an idea, get it out there. See if you can build a business that people will want to be a part of, whether they want to be part of the entrepreneurs or they want to buy your product. Listen, have an awesome time. Live life like it's an epic adventure and continue tuning in right here to the Home Business Radio Network, the voice of positive powered radio.